At a subway platform, a man was about to take his own life. He stared blankly for a while at a couple behind him, passionately kissing and cuddling. The next moment, he jumped, leaving this world behind. When he woke up again, he found himself sitting on a rundown bus. After getting off, he saw nothing but a gas station with a welcome banner hanging over it. A bald man walked out, warmly greeting the protagonist and welcoming him to hell. Before the man could process what was happening, he was ushered back onto the bus. They traveled across a barren wasteland, eventually arriving at a beautiful and peaceful city. People were casually playing badminton by the roadside. The car drove for quite a while, and it wasn't until dark that it finally stopped in front of a villa. The bald man told the protagonist that his room was on the second floor, room F. He then handed him an address and said he should report to work the next day. The salary and benefits were excellent. Staring at the villa and the neatly assigned job, the protagonist was utterly confused. The next day, he arrived at the company. The environment was pleasant, and the boss was kind and friendly. Not only that, but before he even began working, the boss handed him this month's salary in advance. With such a good boss, the protagonist wanted to do more to repay him. Unfortunately, the workload was laughably light. It didn't take long for him to finish everything, and he was left with nothing to do but slack off until lunch break. Walking down the street, the protagonist felt something was off. In the distance, he saw a person impaled on an iron fence, blood streaming down, but the people walking by acted as if they'd seen it all before. Only a janitor stood there, cleaning up the scene with a blank expression. The strangest part came later that night when he went to a bar to unwind. No matter how much he drank, he felt no buzz, like he had been sipping plain water all night. In the bathroom, a man was complaining about the same thing. He used to love chocolate, but here, even chocolate tasted bland and flavorless. Hearing this, the protagonist became even more curious about the world he had found himself in. To get to the bottom of things, he secretly followed the man out of the bar. It wasn't very late, but the lights were already off everywhere, and the streets were empty, not a single soul to be seen. The man walked into a basement, and from inside, the sounds of real human music drifted out. Just as the protagonist got closer, the lights went out. Back at home, while eating a late-night snack, the protagonist realized that the food had no taste at all, as if he had lost his sense of taste. He started to wonder, was this world truly the human realm, or was it hell? To test his theory, he decided to conduct an experiment.